4, 3, 2, 1, go.
जिस तरह रिश्ते तोड़ना आसान है पर निभाना मुश्किल, जिस तरह रिश्ते तोड़ना आसान है पर निभाना मुश्किल है, उसी तरह रेगिस्तान बनाना कई आसान है पर जंगल बनाना उतना ही मुश्किल। Yaliho and good evening all. I, Pritan Shah of Caldex Public School, Mundra, welcome all viewers to the talk show on environment. In this discussion, me along with my friends will try to put some light on environmental issues. We will now know how we are destroying this beautiful nature because of our aggressive ambition. Let us know them one by one. Firstly, I would like to call Samya Siddiqui to share her views on water.
Good evening and Yaliho. My name is Samya Siddiqui, student of class 10, Calrox Public School Mundra, and today I am present over here to speak few words about water, which is an essential resource for our environment. Water is the most important resource for survival on a planet. It is an essential resource upon which all living beings depend, and it is crucial to all social and economic development as well as energy production. The planet keeps nudging us with reminding us that water is life. Nevertheless, we are facing a challenge, the challenge of water pollution. Then what is water pollution? Water pollution is the contamination of water sources by substances the causes of water pollution: domestic waste, industrial effluences, insecticides and pesticides, untreated sewage, contamination of water bodies by toxic chemicals. Water pollution only harms our environment in several ways. It destroys the life of the aquatic animals and plants. Many waterborne diseases can be caused, which harms animals and humans. Increase the temperature of water bodies, depletion of drinking water, and even ecosystem can be critically affected. But the main problem is the depletion of fresh water. Only about 3% of Earth's water is fresh water. Of that, only about 1.2% can be used as drinking water. And due to water pollution, the fresh water is decreasing, which will be only bad for our future. We will not have sufficient water to drink. So, control of water pollution is the demand of the day. Cooperation of the common man, national government, social organizations, and non-governmental organizations are required in controlling the water pollution in curative measures. Some measures are: dispose toxic chemicals properly, treat the sewage waste before discharge, proper disposal of industrial waste, sanitary latrines must be made in urban areas, bathing and drinking must be stopped near drinking water, and many more. So, water pollution must be stopped. Save environment, save the water. Thank you.
Thank you, Samya, for sharing your wonderful views. As per statistics, the freshwater level depleted from 3% to 2.9%. Water is really an essential element of life and it must be conserved for future. Now I would like to call Yuvraj Singh Yadav to spotlight his views on air.
Good evening and hello everyone. Myself Yuvraj Singh Yadav of class 9A is present over here to elaborate on the topic air pollution. So, to start off, what is air pollution? Air pollution is the contamination of indoor or outdoor atmosphere by any physical, chemical, or biological agent that modifies the natural components of the atmosphere. It is a very major issue throughout the world. It contributes the most towards global warming, which is considered a very severe issue. Burning of fossil fuels, industrial emission, gases released by vehicles, wildfires, open burning of garbage waste, and occasional fireworks are the few causes of air pollution. Gases like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and many others are released during such processes. These type of gases are very harmful and poisonous in nature. Exposure of an individual or a group of people to polluted air can be very hazardous and can lead to cardiac illness, lung diseases, strokes, asthma, cancer, and kidney disease. Few of the awareness and solutions to air pollution are energy transition. Since a large share of air pollution is caused by combustion of fossil fuels such as coal and oil, the reduction of these fuels can reduce air pollution drastically. Most effective is the switch to clean power sources such as wind power, solar power, hydropower, which do not cause air pollution. We should avoid using personal vehicles and prefer public transport vehicles over them. We should stop or put a limit on bursting crackers and fireworks on occasion. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, Yuvraj, for sharing this magnificent information with us. Global warming is the major cause behind air pollution, which leads to acid rain, and we must take major steps like setting factories outside the living areas or covering nearby areas by foot or on cycle. It's time to call our next participant, Jewel Zalavardia, who will be awareing us on plastic.
Good evening and Yaliho. Today I Jwal Jalavadia of class 10 is present over here to give you information about plastic pollution. First, we will see where plastic is used and how it damages the environment. Plastic has become an integral part of our daily lives. We use plastic from beginning of our day and we use it whole day. We start our day from using mugs and buckets made of plastic for bathing. Further in our day, we use plastics in forms of water bottles, combs, milk pouches, cutlery, etc. This wide use of plastic has resulted in large amount of waste generation. We have all contributed to this problem caused by plastic and now it is our duty to reduce and ultimately end plastic pollution. The accumulation of plastic products in huge amount in the earth environment is called plastic pollution. In 2008, our global plastic consumption worldwide was estimated at 260 million tons. Plastic adversely affects the wildlife and humans, which has become a major concern. If plastic is causing this much problems, so why we are using plastic? Why plastic is versatile, lightweight, flexible, moisture resistant, strong, and less expensive, and thus it is used much. And now it has replaced biodegradable waste, which causes soil pollution, which is also a major problem. How plastic damages? Every day, thousands of tons of pollutants are discarded into air by natural events and human actions. Far more damaging are the substances discarded into atmosphere by human actions. Plastic also takes longer time to degrade into soil, which affects human health adversely. If plastic causes this many problems, so we must think some ways of how to protect our environment from plastic. If we want to protect our environment from plastic, we need to follow the 5 important steps. Avoid use a single-use plastic such as straws and cutleries. Then, if you go for a shopping, remember to take a cloth bag or jute bag as it is biodegradable in nature, which reduces soil pollution. Then, buy more bulk food and fewer packet food as it decreases consumption of plastic. Then, recycle plastic Tupperware for glass or steel containers. At last, I would like, if we follow the 3R rule to reduce plastic pollution, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Thank you, Jewel, for sharing your glorious views. Plastic is really a threat for environment and it must be replaced by its respective alternatives. Now, I would like to call Isha Bhatt for sharing her views on waste management.
We cannot hope to create a sustainable culture with any but sustainable souls. Yaliho and a very good evening to one and all present over here. Myself, Isha Bhatt from Kalrex Public School Mundra, Class 9, is present here for discussion on the topic waste management. So, there are normally four kinds of solid waste, which are industrial waste, which is waste produced from factories. The second is municipal solid waste, which is waste produced from our houses. The third is agricultural waste, which is waste produced during farming. And the last is hazardous waste, which is biomedical waste. So, what is the importance of waste management? Waste management reduces the effect of waste on the environment, health, and so on. It can also help reuse or recycle resources such as paper, cans, glass, and so on. There are various types of waste management that include the disposal of solid, liquid, gaseous, or hazardous substances. Solid waste disposal management is usually referred to the process of collecting and treating solid wastes. It provides solutions for recycling items that do not belong to garbage or trash. Solid waste management can be described as how solid waste can be changed and used as a valuable resource. Effects of inefficient waste management. An inefficient municipal solid waste management system may create serious negative environmental impacts like infectious diseases, land and water pollution, obstruction of drains, and loss of biodiversity. There are many methods of waste management. The very first is landfills. Throwing daily garbage in the landfills is the most popularly used method of waste disposal used today. This process of waste disposal focuses attention on burying the waste in the land. The second is incineration. Incineration is a type disposal method in which municipal solid wastes are burned at high temperatures. The process eventually converts them into residues and gaseous products. The third is composting. Composting is an easy and natural biodegradation process that takes organic waste, that is remains of plants and garden and kitchen waste, and turns into nutrient-rich food for your plants. The last is 3R rule, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce means to minimize the amount of waste we create. Reuse refers to using items more than once. Recycle means putting a product to a new use instead of throwing it away. So let's make not only our country but the whole planet a better, beautiful, and healthier place to live by adopting the process of waste management. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Isha, for sharing your significant and wonderful views. Management of waste is really important to keep the surrounding area clean and hygienic. Next, I would like to call Aditi Panchali for making us aware on sustainable consumption, flora, and fauna.
Good evening and Yali ho. Today, I, Aditi Pancholi from class 9, is going to tell you all about conserving plants and animals via sustainable consumption. Sustainable consumption is the use of material products, energy, and immaterial services in such a way that their use minimizes impact on environment. Some uses are like cycling, using renewable energies such as solar energy, wind energy, geothermal plants, etc. Flora and fauna are very important for human existence. The flora liberates oxygen that is consumed by the fauna for respiratory activities. Fauna in turn liberates carbon dioxide consumed by the flora for photosynthesis. Flora and fauna hugely benefit mankind through its medicinal and food offerings. Animals maintain the equilibrium by predating on different plants and animals to balance their population on Earth. Animal droppings are a source of fertilizer. The dead animals decay and act as a supplement mineral for other animals. Commonly, they are important for human activities like for making medicines, shampoos, perfume, etc. How to save it? Two simple answers to these questions are to stop cutting trees, stop to deforestation, and to plant trees more and more. The only way to save our planet, our plants and animals is to plant and stop doing those activities that are just leading them to extinct. Plants and animals both gives us many things. The idea of conserving our plants and animals is basic. We just have to take care of our own activities and we must respect their existence. We should promote or use products or activities that are not harmful or less harmful to plants and animals. Some efforts include using less of plastics, eco-friendly transportation, and electricity like solar energy, recycling and reusing processes, and making less pollution. These are small steps toward conserving our plants and animals, but the results can make a huge difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi, for your auspicious views. We must use the resources wisely. And not only this, but flora and fauna must be conserved. Now, I would like to call Nishi Patel to give her views on saving trees and deforestation.
Good evening and Yaliho to everyone present over here. Today, I Nishi Patel from class 8 is present over here to share my views on save trees and deforestation. Trees play an integral part in our lives. We depend on trees for many products, mainly for the pure oxygen released by them. Trees play a very vital role in maintaining the balance of our ecosystem. Our entire planet's biodiversity is sustained by the trees. Every living creature needs food, water, and air for its survival. Trees play a very important role in the production of all these three basic necessities. Have you ever wondered about our lives on Earth without trees? Don't think too much because there will not be any lives left if there were no trees on Earth. Trees cover 31% of the total land area of the Earth. The yearly decline of this green cover is the main reason for the inconsistent variation in the atmospheric temperature and loss of biodiversity. Trees are the essence of our lives. Saving trees means saving our own souls. Replacing the practice of deforestation with afforestation is the foremost initiative that we can take to save nature. Deforestation has resulted in the increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. As a result, the temperature in the atmosphere increases and ultimately results in global warming. While trees gives us endless benefits, we should also save trees. Here are some ways to save trees. Plant more and more trees. Reduce the use of paper. Buy recycled paper products. Create awareness among people about saving trees. Stop deforestation. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Nishi, for awareing us about deforestation. Deforestation is really a major concern to talk on, and so we must plant trees for saving environment. Now, I would like to call Pranil Bharadwaj for sharing his views on clean and affordable energy.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Good evening and Yaliho. As everyone told points to save our environment, our Mother Earth, I, Pranil Bhardwaj from class 8th, is here to tell you about affordable and clean energy. We all know that mean energy, or we can say energy as electricity, as fuel in our daily use. Like we use energy in vehicles as fuel, in home appliances, for example, in ACs, TVs, microwaves, etc. In factories, in metros and trains, and in many ways. But where and how is this energy generated? In plants, in thermal and power plants. Now, the question, what resources are used in these plants? Resources like coal, crude oil, natural gases, nuclear energy are used to generate electricity. These resources are known as non-renewable resources. They are limited and take a lot of time to be replaced. They are some or the other way hazardous too. Do you know how much carbon dioxide goes to the atmosphere while burning coal in the thermal plants? And like carbon, there is sulfur and nitrogen compound also in the atmosphere while burning coal. Yes, we all know at this hour we do need clean and affordable energy for saving our environment. Yes, our Mother Earth. We need to switch from natural resources like coal, natural gas, and crude oils, etc., to resources like wind, solar, hydrogen, or we could say water. These resources are known as renewable resources because they they are clean, means they are not harmful. They are natural and they regenerate easily and are unlimited for us. That's why energy generated by these resources is also known as clean and affordable energy. But we have to keep in mind that we have to work together, develop alternate technologies based on these renewable resources, and promote energy efficiency. We are already on it, like one in our Mundra itself, the big solar power plant. We here in India are also working on hydrogen based power plants to generate electricity. We all have to work together, help together on national and international platforms to expand energy systems and save our environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranil, for sharing your marvelous views. Access to clean and affordable energy means investing and providing in clean energy sources such as thermal, solar, and wind. Now, I would request our principal sir, Mr. Punit Mishra sir, to speak a few words.
Yaliho students, good evening. It is very nice to listen your thoughts, your research, your knowledge about environment and our preparedness towards that. I would like to tell you a few things, which are the base points for environmental protection. The thing is that we want development, right? We want employment. Now, how they're going to happen? They're going to happen only by providing sources of employment, like factories. Okay, your population is increasing, so you need more places to live, more houses to dwell, right? Now, what do you want? Now, as the number of people increases, they want more food. So at the same point of time, we need more farms, right? So we should be prepared for one important thing, that they're going to be crisis one day. If this vicious cycle is not stopped, they're going to be big crisis. What is the way out? The way out is judicious use. We need to use electricity. We need to use the energy to minimum, right? So like 5-10 years back, we used to use LED, CFL bulbs. And now you can see throughout the country, we are migrated to LED bulbs, right? So that way we need to see that how best we can use our resources. Number one. Number two, as speakers told that about the garbage management. So as the population increase, the waste also increase. And we need more and better ways to channelize that problem, because it is going to happen. We can't avoid it. So we need more space or we need technology to recycle it. Now technology again need power, energy, right? So we have to be very judicious. So very important thing, or rather you can say a checkpoint, is that we need to use minimum energy. Okay, so whenever you are not in the class, whenever you are not in the room, switch off the fans and tube lights, right? Have your AC, run your AC on 26-degree temperature or 27, not below it, right? Because these are the way by which we can consume electricity to the least. Regarding, this is electricity. Regarding water, when you open the tap, open it where you can get less, whatever which is required. Now, whether you open your tap to the fullest or whether you open the tap to the half, the consumption will be same. You need suppose you need to wash your face, right? So if you open that tap at the low flow, the flow will be less and you will consume only that particular water. But if you open it fully, a lot of water will be wasted, right? So there are few ways by which we can, if we apply some practices, things can improve, right? One should make this habit that whenever you go out to purchase something, carry a bag, carry a cloth bag, which where so that the shopkeeper will naturally offer you a plastic bag, but you should say, sir, I have this bag, I don't need it. Imagine if thousands of people do that, there can be a big contribution in what should I say, curbing the garbage, because these plastic bags ultimately add to the problem of flying wrappers, flying garbage here and there. So this is a way by which you can stop contributing to the pollution, because ultimately it goes to the pollution. When you talk about noise pollution, children, noise pollution is very dangerous and it is becoming havoc in urban centers. Okay, disease like hypertension is caused because this is the one contributor of noise pollution is a one contributor of hypertension. I hope you must be aware of noise pollution when you increase the volume, right? So when it goes beyond a point, it doesn't add any something good, but it acts as a deteriorating element in your brain. Okay, so you don't enjoy that, you start feeling troublesome, right? So that is one thing. So what you can do, you can use earphone, and the biggest thing, reduce the volume should be not more than 30 to 40%. When you listen something, when you put your earplugs inside, your volume should not be 30 to 40%, because you must be aware that when you increase the volume, you develop the habit of that high volume, and there is going to be a time that your ears are used to that particular volume, and you won't be able to listen the words or the sound which is in low pitch. So that kind of habit you should be develop, that volumes of your TV, televisions at home, music systems, whatever you listen, should be at low, right? So we have discussed about most of the things. Now, very important thing is what we can do for consumption of energy. But now the problem is, how can we make ourselves self-sustainable? Okay, so naturally solar energy and wind energy is the future energy, because these are the few sources which do not have side effects. Of course, we are doing a lot of work in nuclear energy, but I hope children, you must be aware of radiation, e-waste. So there are a lot of big risk when these substances, radioactive substances are consumed, when the electricity is built and these are left. So they need to be dumped somewhere inside the deep tunnels or deep inside the earth, and they're very risky. They're full of radiations, which are risky to the human life. Naturally, they will be a risk for flora and fauna inside the earth, whatever it is. So yes, I believe that I support your words that solar energy and wind energy is going to be the energy for future, right? I should thank your teachers and Mr. Rajesh Thakkar for organizing this show, and I should also uh, see you again and again if you have thoughts regarding the mother nature. And I would like to end here now. Thank you, children, that you put your thoughts forward about environment, because I believe that it's a small beginning, but It's just a beginning, it's not the end. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us. And we will try to contribute by following these techniques in saving our environment. And we hope we will see the change soon. Now we will have prepared a short video showing the trees plantation and creativity of students on environment of a school. Today, we discussed about many different types of issues and pollutions causing drastic effect on environment. But not only this, but many other issues are there we need to concern about, like light pollution, thermal pollution, soil pollution, acid rain, sound pollution, oil spilling in oceans, and many more. Nocturnal animals like bats and owls get eyesight and neurological issues when they get exposed to excessive light. We must take major steps, taking it as our personal responsibility to save our environment. Like I can say, I must avoid using chemical fertilizers or cutting trees for prevention of soil erosion. Or I may avoid using loudspeakers and music system for preventing sound pollution. There is a very nice quotation for this. कायदे स्वच्छता के मानना और प्रकृति को है बचाना. कायदे स्वच्छता के मानना और प्रकृति को है बचाना, क्योंकि वृक्ष, पानी और हवा यही है जीवन जीने की अनमोल दवा. We can do many things to spread awareness and bringing solutions to environmental issues. If anyone from the viewers has any idea, can share with us and others through comment section. Lastly, we would like to thank our teachers for providing us this golden opportunity to take part in this event. So let us all take a pledge for world's biggest aim, Paryavaran Sanrakshan, the protection of our Mother Earth and the protection of our environment. Thank you. Thank you all.